inside your bedroom. We stopped counting the days, lost in the rhythm. Physical silence, no need to speak a word. Lay here beside me. Don't wanna move too fast. Your lips on the floors, sipping on your love, sipping on your love. I never dared to ask if we're gonna last. I'm needing all your love, needing all your love. Oh, when you, oh my God, you know you're playing your cards so right. Oh, I am a sucker for hearts, just in the dirty clubs and diamonds. Take me, oh my God, oh, but we'll hold our faces straight. Oh, I am a sucker for hearts, I'm a sucker for hearts. Your blood is pumping, I feel it in your veins, surfing your heat waves. Your taste is different, somehow it makes me brave. Chemical nature. Don't wanna move too fast. Your lips on the floors, sipping on your love, sipping on your love. Oh, when you, oh my God, you know you're playing your cards so right. Oh, I am a sucker for hearts, just in the dirty clubs and diamonds. Take me, oh my God, oh, but we'll hold our faces straight. Oh, I am a sucker for hearts, I'm a sucker for hearts, hearts, hearts. I'm a sucker for hearts, hearts, hearts. I'm a sucker for hearts. Oh my God, I'm a fool. Thought I'd never fall into you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's so cruel how I'm loving the things you do. Ooh, yeah. Oh when you, oh my God, you know you're playing your cards so right. Oh, I am a sucker for hearts, just in the dirty clubs and diamonds. Take me, oh my God, oh, but we'll hold our faces straight. Oh, I am a sucker for hearts, I'm a sucker for hearts, hearts, hearts. I'm a sucker for hearts, hearts, hearts. I'm a sucker for hearts. Wanna move too fast. Your lips on the floors, sipping on your love, sipping on your love. I'm a sucker for hearts.
Hi, hello, welcome. It is a big night for me, not just because we're coming back to continue writing and I'm getting really close to finishing this book. I am working on Curse of Blood and Sight, which is book 2 in the steamy vampire romance that I have been working on far too long, to be honest. I don't normally need as long as I have been taking in 2025 so far to finish writing a book, but that's okay because we're almost finished. So not only are we coming back to write that book tonight, but I actually have it right here with me. Tomorrow is release day for Trial of Flame and Wings, which is the very first book in a brand new fantasy series. I am very, very excited about it. It releases tomorrow. I cannot wait. So if you haven't pre-ordered this, go pre-order it real quick so that you don't have to worry about going and buying it tomorrow. It'll just be in your inbox. Paperback pre-orders are also up. So you can also go and order that in the paperback version if you like a physical version of the book. So there's that. There's also the NBA Finals tonight, which wouldn't normally be like a big deal, except some of you may know, some of you may not. I live in Oklahoma, and so the Oklahoma City Thunder are in the NBA Finals. So it's really exciting around here in our state for sports right now. So it's just a really big night all around. So thank you guys for joining me. If you're new, my name is Amy Prokopis. I am a romantasy author. I think Trial of Flame and Wings will make 9 books, I think, so far. I do have 2 more coming this year. Curse of Blood and Sight will come out in October, and the final book in the winter arc of the Season of Witches series, that will come out in December. I am really excited. That is the next project I will be writing, so I cannot wait. We get to write about the far sassier sister, which I'm excited about. I think I have a little bit more in common with the middle one, although the older I get, the more I'm like Marley, the younger sister, who we will be writing about hopefully in another week, because my goal, I always say this, and it always seems ambitious. I don't know. It's totally doable, but I've been saying this forever, the last month, and it just hasn't happened. And so I hesitate to say it. But I have a goal of finishing Curse of Blood and Sight this week, because we are not far off. And I had a shift in my schedule so that I am currently not seeing any clients at the day job. I'm also a therapist. So I have a bit of like an off week where I don't have a whole lot planned, and I want to take advantage of that. So I'm hoping to finish this book up this week so that I can start finalizing my plans for editing in July with my editor. So I am hopeful. Jessica is here. Yes, I am excited. Lots and lots and lots to be excited about tonight. Lots of things to be excited about. So hopefully you guys are having a wonderful start to your week, and that you guys are doing great and going to have a great week. Let's kick it off strong with some writing sprints. So if you're new, we do 25-minute writing sprints. They're also known as productivity sprints. We will work for a solid 25 minutes, take a break, and then do another 25 minutes. So we'll come back. We'll do 3 rounds of that and chat in between. I don't usually time the in-between portions of these sprints. I just kind of let things ebb and flow. So if there's a lot we have to talk about, sometimes we talk for quite a while. And if there's not, sometimes we don't talk as long and we go straight into our sprints. Honestly, maybe we should time the in-between and do like a proper productivity sprint, because I know technically you should have like 25 minutes on, like 5 minutes off, or whatever it is. So I don't know. Maybe I need to incorporate that into the norm, but I don't. So tonight, my beverage, because I always have something with me, is Coke. I have the orange cream. I am not a fan of orange soda at all, but this doesn't taste like orange soda. Doesn't really taste like orange to me either. It's really nice. I think it's kind of similar to the vanilla Coke, except not quite as sweet. So yeah, I like it. This is what I have tonight. I needed it for an extra kick of caffeine. Because I was feeling it by like 3-4 o'clock. So needed that so that I was ready to go. So what is everybody else working on tonight? Feel free to drop that in the chat. I am working on Curse of Blood and Sight. I am excited about it. I'm currently sitting at 77,294 words. So I'm getting close to the 80K mark. Again, hoping to finish this book this week, which means I think at least another 5,000 words. I think it's going to be more than that. So we will see. We'll definitely pass the 80K mark. I know that. We'll get closer to 90 for sure. Just because that I'll be working on Project Red tonight. Ooh, there's a secretive title. I love that. I love that we all kind of come up with our own placeholder titles for things. A lot of us follow that project, whatever it is, kind of theme. I just think it's fun. It makes it feel secretive, like I'm in a spy movie or something. So I'm working on that. Hopefully next week, when we come back, I will be working on Snow at Sunset and not on Curse of Blood and Sight. I am dying to dig into that book because I already know exactly how it all starts, some of the shenanigans that go on in it, and all of those winter books, all the books in the Season of Witches series, they're a lot lighter. They're not as dark as my other stuff. And they're also a little bit tamer, especially when considering some of the stuff in Curse of Wings, that series. They're a lot tamer as far as like that goes. So they tend to write really quick for me, like a month, like usually a month. And then they're usually really easy to write. And so I'm excited to dive into that because it'll be a really fun one to write, especially coming off of some of the deeper themes in this book. I think that's why it's taking me so long to write this book and Trial of Flame and Wings, because they're heavier. So I'm excited for the palette cleanser for sure. So we'll just hope I get to it by Sunday and that we're not still working on this book. Oh my gosh, if we come back Sunday and I'm still talking about Curse of Blood and Sight, you guys can, I don't know, punch me through the screen or something because it's been a long time since we've been working on this. That's so exciting. I am super excited. I think, I've loved every one of the Season of Witches books I've written. And it's strange to say that I love them even more with each book. Like they get better and better. But it's funny to say that because it's not like a consecutive series. Each book is a different one of the characters. And so it's weird to say that like the story gets better because the story isn't like always the same. There's like an overarching timeline for sure, but it's following each individual sister's like dramas and issues at the time. So it seems like a weird thing to say to me, but I think that Marley's story will be the most fun to write because it is a bit steamier than the others for one. And because it's the first time we're getting, even though it's a really light, fluffy romance, we're getting more of a grumpy duo in our characters. Both of them are kind of fit the grumpy stereotype or trope. So I think it'll make for kind of like some comedic relief when I actually get to writing it. So I'm really excited. Okay. We should kick off the night with our first sprint. I have my music cued, so I'm ready to go. I actually stopped in the middle of a scene last time I was writing at a coffee shop. It was one of those things where I had another appointment I had to get to, and so I had to put the work aside and go to the appointment, which was really frustrating because I was right in the middle of some really good stuff. And so now I'm going to have to kind of reacquaint myself with it, which is fine. It'll be really fun just to read through it again too, but I cannot wait to dive into it. So we are going to jump right in to our first sprint. So we'll go for 25 minutes and then we'll come back and chat, kind of reconvene, see where we are. I wrote down where I started because I always like to know and just gauge my progress. So first sprint of the night, Don't forget to subscribe below if you are not. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, sprint. right. So I did not write very much. I had to reread, and then it was kind of slow going. It's just one of those scenes that I'm being a little bit more intentional and careful when writing. So I only wrote 244 words, but I feel good about what I've written and where I'm going. And actually, I feel good about the slower pace I'm writing at right now. I do think I'll speed up in the second sprint though. So hopefully it has been a good first sprint for you guys. Hopefully a little better than mine was. I think this is one I missed from earlier, just because it's starting a new book is such a blessing and a curse. I know exactly what you mean. It's really nice to explore something new, even if you're like coming back to a series that you're in the middle of. There's just something really fun about starting all over again. And it's exciting, like going on like the first day of a vacation is kind of exciting. But yeah, it's also a curse because it comes with a lot of work too, right? So I feel that. Let's see. I'm getting a lot of comments on Instagram, just a lot of excitement for release day tomorrow. I'm going through seeing what we've got going on in all the socials. Also, a lot of updates for basketball. There's that also. I don't know. My goodness, it has been a lot of work this month promoting books mostly. I've changed some of my TikTok tactics. I think you guys have noticed it. This is the first week I would say that like I've had a really good trial run to like get some data back on, and I can confirm that when I am in all of my short form videos, they perform better. So that has worked really well. So if you are looking to try something new, to try and do some new marketing or shake things up a little bit, you can maybe try that because it's working really well for me. I know it doesn't work well for everybody, just like some techniques I've stolen from other authors have not worked well for me and have been hugely successful for them. And so not everything works, but sometimes it's worth giving it a try to see what you learn or what you discover. So if you want to steal my method, you can hop on my socials and find it in Reels and TikTok. It's just, I record a real short clip of myself, usually pretty close up, like here, pretty close up. And then I overlay a hook for my book on top of it. And I always make sure to include somewhere in the video the title of the book that stays there, just because I had like mixed feelings about it. I almost didn't include that part because I thought it might increase engagement in the comments, that somebody might comment asking what the title of the book was, and then you have to reply. But I've actually found from looking at other people's similar content to that, and even what I've posted, that it doesn't matter if you include the title of the book in the actual video, there are still people who will go to the comments to ask what the book is. So I don't think that really matters, but that's what I do. I do the usually couple second clip of myself, overlay it with the text, and then the title down below. I've also found that I think I need to go and look closer because I have a theory. I think the ratio between the length of the text and the length of the video sometimes automatically increases like the number of times people are watching it and boosting it in the algorithm to get it seen more, because the text is long enough that it takes somebody more than one time watching the video to fully read it. And so just by seeing it, they've actually seen it twice because it takes them about 2 times to read the text. So I have that kind of theory going for me too. I need to go back through and look at some of the videos where the video is a little shorter and the text is longer to see and compare, because I don't know, that would make sense, but I don't have the data. It's just a theory. We'll see. Jessica said, just finished a chapter, 200 words roughly. Oh, you and I are pretty close as far as progress is going for the night. But finishing a chapter always feels so nice. It just feels like the perfect stopping point. Gosh, I love when I can time it that way, when I can sit down and write a chapter, like a full chapter, and then be done. Or, like a couple chapters, whatever it is. It just feels like the perfect stopping point. I love it. Just like reading and getting to the end of the chapter feels like, it's naturally a stopping point, but it just is satisfying. All right. We talked a little bit about marketing, caught up. We should move into our second sprint. At some point, I think at the end of this live stream even, I may go in and make sure all of my files have published, like clicked, so that they're all up and running, so that once it gets through the system, they will appear on release day. I might go and check that at the end of the live stream. That way I don't have to worry about it, for one, but also just because it'd be kind of fun to do it live. So maybe we do that before we leave. So we have 2 more sprints to do before we get there, but maybe that's something that we do. Second sprint, we're going to do another 25 minutes. Make sure you've liked the stream below if you're having a good time. We do these every week. It is one of my many dedicated writing times throughout the week. So let me exit out of social media so it's not up here attracting my attention. Okay, 25 minutes up on the clock. 3, 2, 1, sprint. Okay, I'm gonna need a minute to tally my word count. I'm in the middle of a sentence. It's the worst. That is the worst. Maybe I can finish it real quick. Maybe I will. I don't know. Okay, I think we're there. We have surpassed 78,000 words. So that's exciting. We are at 78 and 27. And my pencil broke. 78,027 words. Oh my goodness. This was a much better sprint, just like I thought, than the last one. I got 489 words that time around, which is much more on par. It's a lot closer to what I typically do in a given sprint. That puts me at 733 for the live stream so far. So that's much more up to par. That's much more normal. So that's good. We only have one more sprint of the night. And then I keep breaking my pencil because I'm just getting excited. Writing is going really well. Even though it's slow, it's just what I'm writing. I'm just being really intentional about it. So one thing I haven't talked a ton about is a whole lot about what's going on this week. I've said that I am planning to try finishing this book because I have more time. What I'm planning to do is to spend half of the day, each day of the week, writing. It should be doable because I have childcare for part of those days, and I'm also, for the most part, off from counseling stuff this week. So I should have a bit more time to write. And especially now where I am in the story, things are coming together a lot more, and I know exactly where I'm heading. So it won't take me long to sit down and just write it. So that's good. Yeah, I'm really excited. I haven't had this much dedicated writing time in a little while, so I'm excited. Okay. Oh, I feel like I talked a lot more in the time between the second sprint. And so I almost wonder if we should just go ahead and continue with the third one. So I don't know. I have to check on, oh my gosh. I'm checking the score of the NBA Finals game right now. It is 87-98, Oklahoma City Thunder winning. Wow. This is really exciting. So we will see, oh my gosh, how this goes. It would be really big for our state if the Thunder can pull it out. So I don't know who you guys favor, but I'm hoping for a Thunder win. Oh, and they just scored again. Exciting. So yeah, maybe now's a good time since I'm talking about sports, completely non-author related, book related things. Maybe it is a good time to jump into the third sprint or get prepped for it anyways. So make sure to subscribe to the newsletter. I am hoping to put out some, I guess like freebies, some sneak peeks of some of the things I'm working on, especially maybe some sneak peeks at some Curse of Blood and Sight stuff. I would really like to put out at least one of the scenes from this book into Patreon. I may do like a vote on my Patreon, like a poll about which one, and maybe push that out. So we'll see. So definitely follow or subscribe to the newsletter if you haven't, because we do some pretty fun things over there. If there's not as much bonus content at all by any means compared to Patreon, but I do push out some sneak peeks there. So yeah, go check it out. Okay. Before I get on another sidetrack, another tangent, we are going to continue with the final sprint of the night. And then I think we all may come together and actually publish Trial of Flame and Wings live. Wouldn't that be fun? So maybe we'll come together and we will hit publish on this book so that it's live, because it takes it a bit to get through the system. That way it'll get pushed through by tomorrow. That's really exciting. So I think we will do that together. So, oh my gosh. All right. Third sprint of the night. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. I am happy to say that I wrote 433 words during that sprint. So not as many as sprint number 2, but a good deal. I also finished the chapter and wrote 1,600 words for the night, which is awesome. 1,166 words for the live stream for me. So I am very, very pleased with that. Not only did we get all of that done, but the Oklahoma City Thunder won the NBA Finals. So hopefully I'm not spoiling anything. I just thought about that. Oh my gosh, it came out of my mouth before I even thought about it. Jessica's off. Have a good one. Same to you, friend. Sundays, I have a love-hate relationship with doing these live streams on Sundays because, one, it tends to be late. But also, I really like starting the week off like this, even though it means a really late night. I don't know. I have really big intentions and plans for this week. I'm going to do a lot of writing. I'm just going to say it now and put it out there in the world. I am going to finish Curse of Blood and Sight. I can feel it. This week, I wrote 3,339 words. So that is exciting. That was all this last week. And I'm hoping to write a whole lot more this week. So that is that. I need to go to bed. It is late. Thank you guys for following along with me. I will see you guys next week. I hope you all have a really great week and that you meet all your expectations and all of your goals. Thank you so much. Read books, be kind. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.